Hey folks, welcome back. We're picking up again with Xerxes, the King of Kings, playing as the Han here. Had a pretty successful start to the antiquity, having taken Axum as well as another sort of a little town right here, but it has a really nice natural wonder here that we might be able to make use of later, as well as settling a few of our own towns. So we're going to try to take the fight again to some of these larger, more important areas. This town or city seems like it would be really nice to take control of. And maybe we can also push over to Patalaputra as well and try to take the capital from Trung before the end of the era. We are at 55% and on turn 85, so we're a little ways into this already. The era does end a little quickly, and I need to start thinking about the end game crisis. We do have mathematics on the way, so we will get the academy, and that's not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to start thinking about who I can actually unlock in the next era, because right now I only have Ming and Mongolia and the Shawnee. The Shawnee are not going to be very good because they kind of rely on navigable rivers, and I don't have very many of them. And I don't really, I mean, Mongolia I think would be great with Xerxes, but I also played this in my very first complete run of Civilization 7, so I don't want to play Mongolia again. So that really only leaves the Ming if I were to go up, but I would like to unlock another option. I think Inca are potentially feasible, as well as maybe Abbasid or Abbasid, as well as the Normans, the 3 iron and build 5 walls. I'm going to reorient my production queue here as we get into this era. So we have the blacksmith coming up here, as well as the amphitheater, and we're going to get those going before getting another Shidafu, who are these unique things that you can build, unique great people as the Han. This one can actually upgrade our army commander, so we're going to bring him over here, and we have some city growth. So what I'm thinking here is, I mean, we could go for a specialist. It wouldn't be so bad. We could also go for a mine to get our production up a little bit. I wouldn't mind either of those, actually, but I do think I want to increase both my science and culture. This one right here gives me a little bit of production as well, so go ahead and add a specialist there. And then open markets, I'm just going to accept that, because what I actually want is military aid with Machiavelli here, who I've had a pretty good relationship with so far. And then I also want to start stealing technological advancement. If I look at her technology, she's a decent bit ahead of everyone else. She's at plus 90 right now. And that steel tech advancement seems like it can give you a good bit of science. So we're going to start working on that, and we'll push forward onto the next turn. Let's see. We've unlocked a civic here, so let's change our policies. I think we can take off this one production and science on the palace, and we'll get this +1 influence on science buildings. And that's going to start increasing our science a decent bit, or our influence a decent bit as we build the libraries and the academies eventually. And I'm going to take the gold there because I would really like to upgrade another one of these towns into a city if possible. I would also like to try to grab some more iron. I think I don't have any right now. So maybe if I could take Katana here as well as grow out to the iron here and then build some walls, that would unlock the Normans for me in the next era as a possibility. And then civics here. Thinking, yeah, maybe I just go for Junzi here. This 10% science and capital and +1 science from specialists seems pretty appealing. And I actually, yeah, I don't have any wonders I can build right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. We'll just keep working on the things we're working on. Let's go ahead and unload here, and we're just going to set all these units up. I do have the ability on my commander, I think, that lets me fortify in 1 turn. Or do I need one more? Yeah, I need one more upgrade for that. So it'll take me a little bit of time to fortify here. We're just going to set all of our units up here and prepare to go after our arch rival, I suppose we could call them. A little bit of town growth. I'm going to go for the Kalen here. And that Kalen, because it works better in non-capital city, I'm going to assign that to Axum, so I'll get +4 food in Axum and help that continue to grow. We could also get a blacksmith here, and unfortunately I can't get it to that location. Is there something I could build that gets me there? I could potentially build the altar right here, since it doesn't really get any adjacency bonuses, and then build the blacksmith right there. I think I'm going to do that. Let's get the altar in here. We can finish the monument first. And you have a town specialization available. I think we are close to befriending. Yeah, we have 3 turns, so we befriend there. I would like to get a fishing key here. But for now, I don't think I want to specialize quite yet. I want that to continue to grow. That commander can fortify. And let's go on to the next turn. So I have the Shidafu right here, and this one adds science to the academy, so I have to wait until the academy is available before I get any real value out of that. Here, I think we want to try to get to the iron, so what I'm actually going to do is get that farm, because this town is growing a little bit on the slow side. I'm actually going to replace one of these farms. We'll probably just go for this one right here with a granary. And then I can grow to the iron, and that gets me a little bit of extra combat strength on my infantry units. Okay, Machiavelli wants a trade route with me, sounds great. And just keep shooting those galleys there. Alright, and now, let's get that unit there. Next turn we can increase the... Let's grab that influence. Next turn we can increase this commander's level through the Shidafu, but I think we're all set to actually declare a war here. Yeah, I think we're all fortified, so we're going to declare a formal war. And we're going to start with +3 on that war weariness, because we have Gate of All Nations as well as the military legacy path. We'll go ahead and take those units out, and I actually don't want to push forward quite yet. I want them to come over to me. So I'm just going to sit in that fortified position for now. And I think I only have one turn left on this, so I don't need to worry about losing this unit, I think. I think they'll turn over to my side. At least be neutral towards me, not really convert to my side. Okay. We have a very vulnerable army commander here. But I think I want to hit these spearmen. I'm going to upgrade my army commander, which will get them the bulwark upgrade here so that they can fortify in one turn. And I'm going to focus fire on that commander. And we'll hit them a couple more times. I just want to get this commander to back out of here because provide a lot of benefits to the units nearby. Here I want to attack the spearmen because those Chukonu feel a little bit vulnerable. I'm going to move these guys down this direction because I think there's another tile I can use here to attack the city. And this Chukonu, now that there's no enemies there, I'm going to move them up towards the city here. Because eventually I will probably declare another war on Trung. And we'll need units defending up in that area. Now in this city here, I could go for a pretty high production tile right there. That would also let me start building the Great Wall. But I think I probably want to go for a specialist. I can get a good amount of science, culture, and a little bit of production here. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm also pretty low on happiness in several of my cities. There's not really much I can do about it at the moment. Okay. There's an archer that's vulnerable there that we can just shoot outright. We want to use units that are adjacent if we can, because the Chukonu have some combat bonuses against adjacent units. This guy needs to back up, unfortunately. Hopefully they can't actually attack him. Okay, and then Trung has declared war on me as well. I'll pull that unit all the way back. Here, we're going to do some damage to that spearman there. Okay, can't hit this one, unfortunately. We'll just do as much damage as we can. And then we'll use the focus fire just on that one Chukonu right there. I actually think we might want to move this guy up, just so we have 2 units adjacent there, and can hopefully kill him on the next turn. Okay, and that guy will continue his way up towards our capital. Capital's currently working on the Shidafu. Kind of wondering if I should pivot. I should get the ancient walls in here if I'm interested in going up as the Normans in the next era. Go ahead and work on these spearmen here. And I think I'm actually okay to push forward here. No, I'll wait a turn. Just because some of these other Chukonu are still kind of vulnerable. Go ahead and heal here. Okay. Yeah, we'll just idle. Kind of want to wait for them to come to me, because I'm in a very well fortified defensive position at the moment, right? And as you can see, I'm doing quite a lot of damage to these guys from my current location. I don't feel a lot of incentive to push until I have established, like, or have done a good amount of damage to their actual army. I think I kind of want a merchant. I want to start getting resources because this golden age on the economic path is really powerful because you can retain all your cities. And then here we can finally go for a fishing key. Let's actually wait for the storm to pass before we purchase that. This guy, +1 science to all codices, sounds great. We only have 2 codices at the moment, but we'll start getting some more very soon. Once we unlock the academy, we can start going for a lot of the tech masteries that give us codices. Okay. We also have ancient walls now, which is just in time. And a migrant. So I actually think I'm going to use the migrant for this clay pit right here. That clay pit will let us get another great wall, which will also provide us with a little bit of happiness, which is definitely worthwhile. We will also need a villa, and we can get pretty nice bonuses right there, actually. We could put it alongside the brickyard, I suppose. That would make a full quarter, and has just as many adjacency bonuses. Actually, that might be a really good one for the academy, because if I'm not mistaken... maybe not. Let's wait. Let's finish that Great Wall first, and then I'll decide. Okay, I stole the wheel. Apparently, I guess that must have been the improvements there. Let's go ahead and continue to steal those advancements. I also think I'm going to hinder their military production, so that gives them a production penalty towards units, which is pretty helpful because the AI just really spam units on deity. And we're going to need some happiness here. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in alongside the amphitheater there. We do have our trader. Only one place we can trade at the moment. I think I'm just going to idle them until we've made peace with at least one of these players. We're going to start with the blacksmith right there. And then we can plop the... not the amphitheater, the... what's it called? The academy on top of it. Once that is available. Okay. Make sure we are killing all these spearmen. And I think this guy I'm going to back out. I'm going to bring this guy up in his stead. And then this Chukonu can start healing. Okay, there's Junzi, which gives us a little bit more stuff. We'll focus fire this guy. Go ahead and hit that spearman as well. And we can... Actually, we can't attack that archer from here, which is unfortunate. We'll just go ahead and hit the city defenses. And we can get a scientific attribute point. I'm thinking I get the +1 science and settlements for each resource assigned to them. I have a decent amount of resources, so I should get some nice bonuses there. And then I'm thinking I actually go up to entertainment to maybe try to get Colosseum. This one unlocks the Wei Yang Palace, which I actually have already. Okay. Okay, Juko New right here. Go ahead and blast that archer. Did I not build ancient walls? The ancient walls just aren't showing up, actually. So weird. And maybe I just grab another Chukonu in here. I could also grab the Wei Yang Palace, which would be pretty good. Let me think about that. Just continue to idle that merchant for the time being. Just waiting for my academy to get online. Come on, Great Wall. That'll help with my happiness in here a little bit as well. Could get an okay garden. Don't want to put it there. I want my academy there, most likely. It's 3 turns away. Idle that merchant. Heal that spear. And down here, okay, we can finally take out this army commander here. And we definitely want to focus fire those archers down, and we can continue to hit that city center. Take a look at how close this guy is to promotion. 82 out of 105 is getting there. They are producing a lot of units. We'll focus fire those spears again, and then we're going to start hitting their city again. I think we're at a point where we can get a little bit more aggressive. And our narrative choice here, get a little extra culture from befriending that player. Okay, they're really pushing up here, actually, which is kind of surprising. Let's pull those guys up. Let's start on another set of ancient walls back here. See, maybe we can just... I can't purchase them, that's fine. So I'm going to purchase another Chukonu just to be safe. And again, we'll idle on the merchants. I feel like a solid wall of Chukonus here should keep me pretty safe. This guy is a little scary, not gonna lie. But I think I'll be fine. I think the question is, do I focus on that elephant first? Oh, yep, just gonna move that guy into this district. Don't actually want him moving any farther than that, but he'll be safe there. Let's start hitting this elephant. And I think I'm going to purchase another Chukonu. I'm going to need a lot of ranged fire against the number of units that they have here. And here, there's a part of me that wants to build the Great Wall just for a little bit of extra culture. I can just plop it there, because I would like to get some of these other tiles. Or maybe I could like get that mine there. Make use of that. Let's see. I think, yep, I can take this city. Okay, there's a military milestone. Wonder if he will accept peace, because that's really the only thing that I want from him. I don't want this other town, I don't think. It has iron. It has a good amount of resources, but I'm worried because I'm already over my city cap, and I would like to get this town right here and just kind of pen in Trung. So I think we will propose peace here and not take that other city, or that other town. We want to keep this one, because this is a decently well-developed settlement. And then we're just going to load our units up and get a move on here, because we have other locations that this guy needs to be. Another promotion on our army commander, +3 combat strength from fortifications, quite strong. We'll have our Chukonus very good on both offense and defense. We're going to move that Kalen out of our capital down to Axum. And then we're going to plug the Silk in on the capital and the Jade in Axum, since Axum actually has some options as far as the gold is concerned. I don't have any gold adjacency up in our capital here. Then we'll move up to La Labella here to go for that trade route. Okay, they are focus firing on our city district here. But that actually leaves all of these Chukonu still alive to focus fire that elephant down, who is really the primary concern here. And I'm going to go for that +2 production on Blacksmith. I like producing things quickly. You can support the local festival with Machiavelli here. And let's go for another military aid, which I should have done first, but I forgot that it had expired. All right, next, we can probably start going for some of these codices. This one gets me 2. I think maybe I go for this mastery here first, +1 gold on gold buildings. That'll increase my gold a little bit. And we're going to go straight into building the academy. Yeah, I can get 11 science and 1 influence here, or 10 science, 1 culture, 1 influence. I think let's just keep the blacksmith and the academy together. That'll make more sense when I start assigning specialists. And then I'm going to go up to entertainment. That +2 happiness in all settlements and +1 settlement limit will both be quite helpful here. And of course, we're going to start working on the academy here as well. I actually get more science here than I do here. I guess I have a specialist here is why. Yeah, I guess let's put it there since I already have a specialist. And let's start moving all of those units up. That Chukonu is just going to idle. And let's see how much damage they can actually do to me here. I get the impression it's not going to be very much. These Chukonu are, at this point, quite a bit more powerful than they are. Do I want to make that Chukonu vulnerable just so I can get a shot? Probably not. Let's see if I can... I'm going to cycle this guy to the side. And have him fortify. This guy is waiting for the academy. We can grow. I think maybe we grow to these resources here so that we can slot them into our cities. And then we're also going to need to work on an academy here. You don't want to put it on the city hall, I don't think. Let's put it with the blacksmith. And I'm actually going to pop this low health one out here, and he can start healing. There's a part of me that wants to move my army commander down this way, actually, and start pushing on their capital. I think I have that area kind of under control. Maybe not. It's another elephant there. Okay, yeah, let's bring my army commander up this way. This is the most direct path to getting them in the fight. Okay. I could buy Chukonu here as well. It's not really under threat at the moment, though. Go ahead and shoot those guys. Do I want to push up one? I think I do. He might take some hits, but I'm going to need more fire on this area since this Chukonu is a little vulnerable at the moment. Wasn't expecting them to have quite this many units here. Did get our first path or tech on the, or point on the legacy path. Have a narrative choice, +2 production on blacksmith. Sounds great. I think we might want to go for navigation, actually. The lighthouse will perhaps open up an option for some extra resource assignments, so we want to try to get that before the end of the era. We're going to push up here, going to pull that Chukonu out, and we can reinforce with some new ones here. We'll also get that one out of there, and we'll move our commander up to be in range. And can I... He uses all of his movement, right? Yeah, so I can't focus fire. Notice how they've kind of pulled back, so I can't shoot very many of them now. Machiavelli wants open markets. I'm good with that. And yeah, I can't steal tech advancements right now. And here, oh, I could get Pyramid of the Sun, actually, and Weiging Palace still. Pyramid of the Sun, the +2 culture on quarters feels really good to me, actually. I think I'm going to go for this. And I feel like right here could be good, because I've got some mountain adjacency tiles on this side. I can get some nice adjacencies to some quarters later on. So that spot also would be a very good clay pit as well as another consideration. I could also maybe do like right here or up here. This one won't get as many adjacencies, but I can really pump up this specific tile here. As well as like maybe that one later in the game. Do I need that clay pit? Probably not. I think it feels unlikely that I'm like actually going to need that one. But I mean, maybe I just put it like right here. I could go up here as well, but this is already a good clay pit. Does get me a little bit more adjacency bonuses though, because this is a 3 adjacency tile with these already. Yeah, let's go for that clay pit, and then when I grow, I can grow to that one to maintain my industry. Okay. Konu, you're just going to fortify. You're idling. Alright, let's see what happens here. Possibility I could lose one of these Chukonu, depending on how well they manage their units. Okay, that's a traitor there. I don't need to worry about them. Make sure we're hitting their archers. And then we are absolutely going to focus fire that elephant here. Just knock him right out. Have a narrative choice, and let's see what crisis we get. I'm really hoping it's not a happiness crisis. Okay, Machiavelli Alliance sounds good to me. Okay, we have the Plague, which I hate. +2 science on science buildings is probably the one I'm going to go for, because I do want to try to get as far and as deep into the tech tree as I can. Let's see. Almost done with our academy here. Almost done with our academy here. And that unit's still healing. Alright. Okay, we have a trade route up here now. And some of these bonus resources. We can... Wow, like no happiness down here at the moment. Can start assigning some of those bonus resources to the town. Don't know if I want to put the salt in over the wool. I think we'll hold on to that one for now. We can use it if we really need it, but the wool is more valuable of a resource to me. It looks like Machiavelli's at war with Chung at the moment as well, which is beneficial for me. They're offering peace, and I'd take Katana. Yeah, I'm actually good with that. I'm thinking about, we've unlocked Inca, that would be a nice option perhaps. I was thinking about up here, it feels a little vulnerable at the moment. I'd also like to convert another town into a city before the end of the era, so I'm going to need to start stockpiling gold. Okay, so we're at peace again. So now we can just drive towards the end of the era. Gonna have a big happiness penalty right now. That'll reduce quite a bit once we get to entertainment. And here, maybe we go just for the social policy slot. Like, the megalith won't do anything. I could go for the 5% production towards constructing wonders, I guess. That'll help with Pyramid of the Sun, because I already have suzerainty of at least 2 others, right? I have that one. I have that one. I think I had a science one at some point, but I got wiped out. So we'll just take that production towards wonders, and hopefully that'll help a bit. Oracle is not a very good wonder, it feels like, so I'm not going to build that. Maybe I just, like, get some walls and maybe try to get Normans going, because I could purchase the granary here, right? Just put it over that farm, and then I can grow to that iron. Okay, there's Norman, actually. That's nice. All right, great. Still wouldn't be bad to get walls in this city. These other upgrades are not particularly worth it at the moment. Maybe I go for research initiative after that, just to try to get down that tech tree. Okay, we have a pretty good commander. I would like to have a second commander going into the next era. I feel like I have other production priorities, though, is part of the problem, and commanders are very expensive to produce. If I look at, I have 54 production here, and it would still take me 6 turns to build that commander. And meanwhile, I still want to produce, like, these wonders and things, right? Because those are really high value. I think I probably need to go for a villa. Let's probably put it right here. I guess 5 and 3 right there is really good. We want the most happiness possible. And then we can queue up an amphitheater. And get 6 there, actually. We'll put it there as well. And all of these units can just idle now. They should be pretty safe. Maybe I pull them up to Katana just in case I get another war declaration. They have to wait a few turns before they can declare war on me, so I'm safe for now. And I should also maybe try to get another trade route. How close am I to the economic path? I need 3 more resources, and I only have 2 more slots, so I definitely am going to need this lighthouse. I'm also trying to get the codices. How many did I get? Military? I did. Okay, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure that I would get the military legacy path once I took Katana there. So let's... Okay, we got entertainment. Let's move these guys up. And civic. I guess we go down the center. We could try to go for literacy, which would get us a codex, if we can get there before the end of the era. I find once you get to this point, the era starts going really, really fast. Okay. Just have to hope that these guys don't declare war on me. This guy, Tecumseh, seems like he's preparing for it again. Let's move some more Chukonu down, just in case. And I'm going to grab probably the extra production towards buildings. And we'll get the +1 science from Specialist. Going to take that Cultron Palace off and go for the +2 happiness in all settlements. But also try to go for Colosseum in here. Maybe we add it, like, right here. See if we can get it. That's probably priority over the amphitheater, actually. Alright. How much gold do we need for another city? There's navigation. Is it better? Yeah, I need the lighthouse. Let's work on the lighthouse first. We want to grab that so that we have slots for resources. We also... Like I said, we also want to upgrade another city to, or another town to a city, which would probably be this one, because I already have a city on this coast. So I'm thinking I want another city on the other coast, right? And then when I get the economic path here, I can retain all of those cities. We'll grab the extra science because we want to go for these codices. You can get 2 codices right there. We need quite a few more. Okay, gained a bunch of science. I don't want to go to war. I'm going to stay neutral and break that alliance. Extra food in towns, but -15 healing. I don't think I'm going to be going to war again, so I'm going to take the reduced healing. We have another migrant here. Actually kind of useful. I think what I could do is grab this woodcutter, and that'll give us another spot for this Great Wall, which also provides some happiness. And then we can maybe go for the villa and complete a quarter right there if we wanted to. It seems like a pretty good option. Almost done with Pyramid of the Sun as well. Glad I went for that instead of Wei Ying, because it seems like someone is has already finished Wei Ying Palace. which is a good wonder. I would want to have it, but not an option this game, it seems. Great, some extra culture on quarters feels quite good. I wonder if I get another trader first. Maybe, I mean, I could buy one. I don't want to buy one, though, because I need the money. Let's get a merchant in here. Shukanu is coming to hang out. On the villa. Pretty important there. Let's queue up the Shidafu after that and try to get as much value out of those as we can. I feel like there are a few that give codices, which I haven't really gotten yet. And we do need some codices to get our scientific golden age if we want. We're only at 1 so far, which is well behind my objective. Alright, codices. Neither of the ones that get production on buildings provide codices, so I think I'm going to skip those for now. Maybe we grab this one here, extra culture on culture buildings, and the one codex. I don't really need the other benefits as much. Down here, we grab the marble. Could try to go for more resources, but it's going to be a while until this grows again. I think, yeah, well, we're going to want to get out to the resources. Let's just grab the marble for now. That'll be useful later on. And my email's dinging here. Army commander, we can idle there. And I feel like, yeah, I thought I had more codices than that. Okay, another growth event. Maybe try to grab some specialists. What makes the most sense? Get 5 science there, 1.5 production, and 2 culture. Right here, I can also get a pretty good amount of yields as well. I think I value the extra production and science here more than the culture at this point, so let's grab that. And down here, we want resources that we can slot into cities. And there's only 2... I guess right here, actually, is... Like, if I declare war on this player, that I won't lose that. Or on Chung, right? If we go to war again, I won't lose that trade route. So I'll go with our city-state here. I have an overflowing treasury, which is great, because now we can convert this to a city. I might actually buy the altar first, or maybe the brickyard. Brickyard would actually be pretty good in this city. Don't think I want to take up that tile, though that does get me to a double resource adjacency there. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. And then we can, that reduces the cost of converting to city by a little bit, and we're going to upgrade that one to a city. And let's start working on, let's do the blacksmith, I think. It's not a very good woodcutter, so I think we want to replace that. And then we can grow to something that's actually good. We can grab an incense, and that gives us an extra resource to slot in on our cities. It looks like it got slotted somewhere already, somehow. Okay, we're at 92% era progress. Might not get the science path here. We'll have to get a little lucky, I think. Get a codex there. This is a 1-turn codex, so let's grab that. And we'll go for literacy, because that also gets us a codex. Might not be able to get it. Narrative choice. Okay, we have a codex there. That's nice. And over here... Actually, let's make sure we get this trade route. So one of the issues I run into at the end of the era a couple times is that the AI seem to just end it on their turn. How many more resources do I need? Like, I'm worried that the AI will end it over the end turn here. I guess I'll take the extra happiness on altars. Is there any way I can... These guys are rebelling because of the plague here. Is there any way I can get another slottable resource on this turn? Maybe if there's something I could build here. Like if I could build over the farm would be the only option. I definitely don't want the saw pit there, is the problem. I don't want a saw pit in this city at all, really. I think I'm just going to risk it. Okay, still safe. Let's take a look at our era score here. Okay. So let's get in here. Let's trade. And then tech. I guess we go right here for another codex. Maybe this Shidafu gives us a codex. Receive a free random technology. Okay. Military training. All right. I mean, that unlocks another tech option for codices. And then as far as upgrades, you can get the Great Wall in this city as well. I think worth building just because that's a unique ageless improvement. And maybe we grab the arena here. It's a pretty good area for it, and hopefully we can get it before the end of the era. And same with the arena in here. You can get 6. Let's go in this area, I think. And some surplus influence, yeah. There, incense. So if we slot this, I think we're going to end the era. The problem is, I'm going to save here. The problem is if I slot it, I think I end the era over the turn. But if I don't slot it, then the AI could end the era and I actually like lose out on both of these, even though I'm really close to getting the science one. I don't know if I want to risk it. I think I'm just going to slot this and hopefully not end the era and give myself just enough time to maybe get the scientific golden age. Need 2 turns. Have I been stealing tech? Nope. I maybe should have been doing that. Okay, if the era lasts 1 more turn, I can also complete the scientific golden age, I think. Oh, maybe not. I thought I had enough codices for that. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to be happy with where I'm at. Yep, I'll support that. And let's get some open markets here as well. I think I'll probably just have to be satisfied with a double golden age here. Military and economic are 2 good ones to have. You can only have 1 golden age attribute in each era. So if I don't get the scientific golden age, it's not that big of a deal. Any other way to get codices? Just that mastery there. We'll go for it and see if we can get it. And here, I'm actually going to grab that mine because it's a pretty productive tile. And it'll let us build another Great Wall, which we can hopefully do before the end of the era here. We could also try to buy it out, but I want to try to... Yep, I'll form an alliance. Then immediately break it because he's still at war. I wish I could check that before accepting, but it's fine. Okay, and there it is. That's 100% towards the end of the era. I'm going to save here because one thing that happens is, like, you can't review the map when you're picking your culture like you can in Humankind, which is my main game, right? So when you go up to the next era, like, you might want to look at how many navigable rivers do I have, right? But you can't do that. And you, like, the autosaves go away. You have to, like, dig through the file folder in order to find them again. So if you, like, decide you actually want to play a different culture, it's kind of a hassle to do that. So what I'm going to do now, hit this end turn, now that I've given this a nice save. Oh, looks like we have 1 more turn here. I'll pick up the incense here since that's a slottable resource. And we can move that cotton here. I don't know if this will count at the end of the era here. Let's find out. Antiquity comes to an end. And I haven't been drinking any of my tea. Made this tea a little while ago when I first started recording.
It was not just a road of silk. It was a road of delicacy.
Yeah, looks like I won't get that last science points, but honestly, like, pretty good era overall. I look at the age rankings. Yeah, so Trung actually got the 3 on Great Library, which is pretty good for her. Not a lot of wonders, which isn't surprising because I was aggressing on everyone. Definitely got the top of the rankings here, so not bad. Alright, let's transition to the next stage and see what our options are. I think I have ruled out playing Mongolia, and I definitely don't want to play the Shawnee, right? This navigable rivers thing, right? Like, I don't really have navigable rivers. So let's take a look at Inca. Seafood in 1, production on mountain terrain, production towards Machu Picchu, the Warak-ak. Ranged unit, extra movement, Nor's movement penalties from rough terrain. That's pretty good. Extra strength when attacking from rough terrain. Unique scout. I don't know if I care about a scout so much. Really wish I could see their, like, culture paths here before I selected one. Terrace farm, bunch of food, and doesn't remove warehouse bonuses. Rough terrain adjacent to a mountain. I'm not sure how many of those I have, so I'm not sure how good the Inca will be. The Ming. Science, 50% science and capital, so very capital oriented. Minus 15 science per turn for each social policy, but not tradition. Okay, so we can take a bit of a science penalty. Ming unique infantry unit. Extra combat strength and featureless tiles and has a ranged attack. Okay. Unique merchants. Plus 100 gold when using a create road action. Okay, I'm not sure how valuable it actually is. And the Ming Great Wall. Basically an upgrade over the Great Wall I was using before. A whole bunch of culture, a little bit of gold adjacency. Doesn't actually give the happiness adjacency though, which seems like it might be a little bit better, even if this gives you more culture. Interesting. Wish I could see like their social policies. Mongolia, I'm not going to be picking, even though I'm playing Xerxes, which feels unfortunate. Other option would be the Normans. Extra movement when embarked for land units. Land units, extra CS adjacent to coast. Chevalier, plus 3 combat strength against slower units. Okay, so good against infantry and ignore zone of control. Sokoman, unique settler, or Sokoman, I guess. Civilian unit, founds new towns. Get medieval walls for free in city center. Okay, so that helps secure some of your new stuff. And you do get a unique quarter with them, which is somewhat appealing, because none of my other options have a quarter. They're all improvements, which I'm not sure how much value I'm actually going to get out of. Maybe the Ming and, like, new cities, I guess. And then the Norman, the Bailey, plus 4 culture, extra culture for adjacent stuff, plus 4 happiness, extra happiness if placed on rough terrain, happiness adjacency for wonders. And the Donjon, receive a free Chevalier unit when completed. Okay. Interesting. And they're diplomatic and militaristic, which I kind of feel like fits a little bit. The economic scientific also kind of fits a little bit. I wish I knew more about their social trees, though. I don't know. I don't want to do, like, an all-China run. I'm a little worried about Inca. Let's maybe go for the Normans here, because I know very little about them. I haven't really played them at all, and I haven't seen people play them, so I'm just curious. I'll just take a look at the social policy tree really quick, and then leave a little end of the episode here. Come on, loading screen. It's kind of funny seeing the leaders on these screens, where it's like, okay, here's Xerxes in his, Persian attire, and in the background you have an English castle, basically. All right, let's choose our legacies. Come on, I know the exploration era has begun. We're gonna choose our legacies. We want this +2 settlement limit 100%. Oh, interesting. Plus 3 combat strength for your naval units that cost a -10% influence. Exploration, legend, militaristic. I don't know what that means, actually. I don't think I want extra CS on my naval units, and I value influence a lot. I think I'm actually going to grab an expansionist point, because settlers are really valuable in this era. We definitely want the Silk Road's Golden Age. That one is very good, retaining all of your cities. And then exploration, legend, economic. Extra gold at the cost of food. I think I'll just take the economic attribute points. Culture, I think I will take the diplomatic attribute points. And then here, +1 science for every codex and antiquity. I think I'd rather just get 2 scientific attribute points. Those seem more valuable. I could also change capital. Let me view the map here. What are my options? So right here would be my option. I don't think that's a good one, right? Because it doesn't have coastal access. I could change it to Axum if I wanted. Fortunately, this one is not an option, which I might have preferred. But I do think it makes sense to have a coastal capital. We're going to erase the Axumite's cultural heritage here and rename it to Ruin. I haven't actually moved capital before, so curious what this will be like. Then I have a wild card still, and I'm kind of wondering what I should do, because I already have 2 scientific points. Maybe I grab another Diplo point, because there are a couple upgrades here. Like this extra influence towards initiating and progressing befriend independent is really good. And I could also get some extra happiness. Though I only need 1 point to get that, which I already have slotted. Maybe I go for the militarist, because I could get down to this +1 settlement limits, which would be good. Don't think there's anything that I particularly need in cultural this game. Yeah, let's grab the militarist here, and we'll confirm that. Now we have a bunch of points to slot in. Want the extra influence towards initiating and progressing befriend. Economic, we'll just grab the first one. Extra production towards settlers. Here, let's grab the ignore happiness penalty and the +1 settlement limit. Seems quite strong. And then we have 3 for scientific. +1 science on specialists seems really good. You get +5% science. There's like a lot of stuff that I actually want in here. I think I'm going to grab these ones right here. I have a lot of quarters, and extra science towards researching masteries seems like maybe on par with the 5% total science. I think that makes more sense at this point in the game. 5% science is only good if you have a lot of science, and I only have like a moderate amount. All right, let's just get our initial sort of production order going here. We're going to want a stone cutter, I think, and put it on... I guess we can put it adjacent to the city hall, like right here. There's really nothing going on in this area. I think this is fine for some of the ageless quarters. Low happiness. Have some resource assignments. So Jinyang's no longer the capital, so Kalen will make sense. Actually, this changes in effect, doesn't it? So don't need to worry as much about that. Let's get some resources slotted in Ruin, since that is now our capital city. Get a lot of jade in there, get some silk. Actually, silk might be better in Chang'an. Let's move that around. Just like that. And I guess we'll put the incense in there. Put bonus on one of the towns. And then technology, I think I can start with astronomy and then go to cartography. On the other hand, the civilian being able to enter deep ocean is really good. So we'll start with cartography. And of course, we'll go with piety first. And then we'll take a look at some of these Norman civics next go around. And here, let's start with the extra influence. I guess +1 science from specialists is really good. We'll take the extra influence on science buildings, just because we do get science buildings really early in the era, this era. And over here, we can get a pretty decent bazaar. We can build over the markets. Here, we can get a really nice stone cutter. We can put over the farm here, I think. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can grow to a nice tile. Actually, did I not grow to this tile last time around? Just want nice production in there. And up here, I think we can also start with a stone cutter. We'll probably just plop it next to the granary there. And we have a big fat stack of commander units. And I want to position them over in this area. This is the area I'm worried about getting attacked by Trung at the start of the era. And all these other heavy archers can stay put for now. I do have my cog here. I should actually maybe build a cog first, or purchase a cog. I don't have enough to purchase a cog. So what I'll do, actually, I should have done this first. I'm going to build the Sokamon here. And I'll probably do the same thing up here. Or I can purchase one. I think I'll probably have to wait to purchase. This is really bad production at the moment because I upgraded them pretty late in the era. So that'll be the plan for the start of the next era. So I know this one was a little short. Had a little bit of time to get set up at the start of the exploration here, and we'll pick this up next time. So appreciate you all tuning in, and I'll see you soon.